Okay, guys, so let's start. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session with Data Nomad for US Conversational Recording Project. So I welcome you all, and this meeting is aimed to explain to you guys how you're going to record your tasks and what you need to do exactly, because almost all of the members here, you're new. Maybe you guys have gone through the guidelines document, but you still may have a little bit of confusion on the procedures. So this meeting aims to explain all of those confusions to you all. So let me just start off by sharing my screen so we can go through the guidelines document. I'll share this in the remaining groups as well. I've shared this with a few groups, but maybe some are still left who don't have this document right now. So I'll share that as well. All right, so the procedure is very simple. First of all, set up a time with your partner. You call your partner over a Zoom call. Now, Zoom call is basically so you guys can communicate with each other without sitting in front of each other physically. All right, so you guys know that your conversation is going on. How you're going to record your task is something different from Zoom. You guys will be on Zoom on your laptop or your PC, or if you have a separate phone for that, for doing your conversation. Other than that, you're going to put your phone on recording on one of these apps. For Android, download RecForge 2. And for iPhone, you don't need to download HQ Recorder. You may not find this on the App Store anymore. It's a very old app. So I'll change the name of the app over here as well. It's Awesome Voice Recorder for iPhone. So you have to download that app. Okay, so once you have the app downloaded, you will find the settings for the app over here. I've posted the screenshots and everything, and I've explained how you're going to even upload your files onto your Google Drive and everything. So we'll go through that in a minute. All right, so how you're going to be working is that at the end, we will get two separate recordings for both of the speakers. Speaker one will have a recording in which only his or her voice is recorded. And for the time being, when speaker two is speaking, speaker one's audio will have complete silence recorded in their recording. So we will get two separate recordings from both participants, and then we're going to submit it to the company. Later on, they will combine it in the dataset form they require. So we don't need to combine it, and we don't need to give them the recording for the Zoom session. Now, what you need to record is basically very easy and very simple topics like these: tourism, film, health, video games, pet, education, sports events, emotions, internet, celebrity, car, food, all of these topics. These are basically some kind of topics which you can discuss with each other as a daily life discussion. So there isn't going to be a strict script to follow that you have to follow or that you have to record. You're going to come up with your own conversation. All right. So the best way of doing that is when you guys join on a Zoom call for making your recording, spend the first 5 to 10 minutes to discuss your topic. Once you've selected your topic, just discuss a rough sketch that how you're going to proceed. Like for example, if I'm supposed to record with someone on this topic, this video game. So I will call them on a Zoom session. I will spend 5 to 10 minutes to discuss a rough sketch. Like, all right, I'll start off with my favorite game of all time. I will explain a little bit of or I will share my experience about that game with my partner. Then they can start and they can share their favorite game and their experience in that game with me. So this is how our conversation starts. Then we move on to some popular games and stuff that are going on, and then we move on to how which kind of gaming do we prefer? Would I prefer a console gaming or a phone gaming, or would I prefer playing games on a PC? So this should be the kind of the sketch that I would follow if I am to record on this topic. So same goes for all of the topics. Just discuss, make a rough sketch, and then start your conversation. When you start talking to each other, you guys will start feeling a little bit comfortable with the talk, and then your talk goes on. So recording a 30-minute conversation isn't a very big thing, because I've already done a sample recording for this project, and based on my experience, this is a very interesting work to do. Honestly, sharing your experiences and talking regularly as you would, that is a very easy task. It's not very difficult. Now, what you need to overcome or what you need to avoid is that, for example, like sometimes two people are talking and the second one is just consistently giving confirmations like, right, yeah, yeah, you're right, you're saying that right, yeah, that happened. So we need to avoid those. All right. When speaker one is speaking, speaker two should stay quiet. When speaker one stops, speaker two should start speaking and speaker one will stay quiet. So this is how your recordings are going to go. Once you're done recording it, what you need to do is you need to upload your recording files with the file name as these two sections, this file and this code. So your file name will be, let me just scroll down where I just wrote the format of submitting your files like this. This is the format for submitting your file name. For example, if I'm talking on health, then I would write my file's name as HEA space S0004.wave. So you can find the topic codes over here in this list. These are all the codes for all the topics. So whatever topic you choose, make sure you rename your file perfectly. Once you're uploaded the files on Google Drive, what you need to do is uh, combine both of those recordings in a folder and send an email with the link to that folder to this email, ddatanomad@gmail.com. And in your email, you need to write this information. All right. Your full name, your topic, your partner name, and your audio lengths combined. Make sure that you guys do a minimum of 90 minutes. You can go above 90 minutes, but if the task is 88 or 89 minutes, it's simply going to get rejected. So make sure that you guys cover the required amount of time. You don't miss that out. And what kind of content you can use in your recording is very simple. Just use a regular conversation style. Avoid discussing any religious kind of points or any political or any violent kind of content in your recordings. Those are also going to be rejected straight away. Like, for example, if you are not a Native American, all right, if you're not from America and you start talking about traveling, try to avoid any kind of names from your native countries. You can.
I have a question. I have a question. What if
Yeah.
we talk about racism that's basically not connected to any, um, to religious talk or to any political talk? What about that? Can we do that?
You have to choose from these topics only.
Only these topics.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
All right. So if you're not a Native American, please avoid using your own country's places. Like, uh, don't say out in the recording that I live in Pakistan, I live in Myanmar, I live in Burma, or anything. The company would not accept any of those recordings if you are speaking out your own country's information or anything that is exactly connected to you. All right. Don't mention any political, religious, or violent related topics. You're not allowed to use any abusive language during the recording. Speak naturally and fluently. Don't stammer a lot or don't use a lot of these kind of sounds like, okay. So avoid these as much as you can because we know the company knows these are going to be there. We cannot completely exclude these. These are always going to be there, but we need to minimize as much as possible. So that is why I told you that when you record, you should avoid that if one speaker is speaking, the second speaker should avoid the confirmation or affirmations on his speech, like, okay, yeah, you're right, and things like those. Because when they combine those recordings together, there's going to be overlapping of both the speakers, which we need to avoid. All right, like this. Do not overlap. Let your partner speak and finish the sentence and then speak. And another important thing when you start recording is, for example, me and Adil Khan, we are two participants who are going to be recording, and I start speaking first. So how I will start my recording is that, hi there, I'm speaker one, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about traveling, and I'll share my experience about a few places that I went and things like that. So this is how I'm going to start. And when Adil Khan starts recording, he's going to mention the same, that hello, I am speaker two, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about traveling, and I will share my experience a little bit in this recording. So for each topic, you should start like this, and when you're ending your topic, you should add a line at the end like natural. It should come really natural, like you're saying. Okay, so I think that's about enough of talking about traveling. So I'm going to stop my recording and we'll move to a next topic. So make sure that at the start and at the end, you add these lines, and then you continue making your recordings. Now, as you all know, the details shared with you guys already, you can select topics from these, and the minimum time which you need to speak on one topic is 5 minutes, and the maximum time which you can spend on a single topic is 30 minutes. So if you're making 30 minutes recordings for each topic, that means you need to select at least three topics, all right? If you're spending 10 minutes on a topic, it means you have to select nine topics. So same goes if you're changing the lengths and everything. You just have to be sure that when you're done with all your topics, your total audio recording length should exceed 90 minutes and should be less than 120 minutes. All right, guys, so if there is any question or any confusion that you guys would like to ask, feel free.
Yes, just one.
Yeah.
Do we have any like ready-made samples available of a recording, like so we can just study it?
Well, what I will do is that I will share my own recording, which I did for the sample task for this project. I will share the complete folder having speaker one and speaker two, both recordings in it, so you guys can get an idea.
All right. And one more thing, when we are referring to topics like traveling, cooking, internet, something like that, do we have to keep things generalized, or can we be more specific, like when I visited San Francisco, something like that?
You can be specific as well. The main idea is that in your recording, it should not be obvious that you are not a Native American. All right.
Mhm.
Other than that, you can even speak of even, for example, if I am an American and I visited Pakistan, I can say that I visited that country and it has some very good places to visit. It's full of natural beauty. Like I went to a place called Sawat or Gilgit, and it's a very beautiful valley and everything. I will just not stretch it a lot to keep my focus completely on that place, but I can mention those as well. Being an American visiting a lot of places, that can go. That is not a big problem.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is the deadline for the projects?
Well, there isn't a strict deadline right now. We have to complete around 1,000 recordings in total, but right now, all the pairs, they're gonna be doing one task. This isn't a work for daily basis. All right, you won't be doing a task every day. You just do a task, you wait for the QC, and then when we get the chance to get you guys repeated, we will shuffle your partners and we will then tell you to do another task. But that is for later on. It's not gonna happen right away. But for now, we need all these pairs to start making a recording of 10 minutes on any topic. Remember, this will not be a sample recording. This is going to be added to your total time for your task. So make a 10-minute recording, be as accurate and precise and perfectly natural in talking as you can. And you guys have to do that in the coming 1 or 2 days. I think that won't be a very big problem making a 10 minutes recording, right?
Right.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we 30 minutes per person or 30 minutes 90 minutes both?
90 minutes both. Like your total conversation should go around 90 minutes. It doesn't matter that you do separate 90 and your partner does separate 90. You only have to keep a ratio that it shouldn't be like only one person is speaking and the other is just confirming. Both should be participating equally in the conversation.
Okay, and can we change the topic in the same recording, or do we have to record from the all over again?
You need to make separate recording for your separate topics. For example, if you're talking on tourism, that will be one recording. If you're talking on video games, that will be your second recording. And if you're talking on sports events, it's going to be a separate recording as well. So these will be your three recordings combined, 30 minutes each, and your total duration will go above 90.
So if you're talking about three topics in one sitting, it have to exceed over 90 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes per topic, and
Okay.
combined all will be a total duration of 90 plus minutes.
Okay.
Yes,
And the
Iman.
topic and the recording that you need in within 1 to 2 days, that should only exceed 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, this is just to be on the safe side. For example, because we're going to listen to these recordings first ourselves, and
Mhm.
because we're going to submit your complete task when you're done with the 90 minutes recording. We're going to check it out. If we find some things that you need to correct, we'll tell you to make the corrections and then continue completing your 90 minutes duration.
All right. Okay.
Okay, and Iman raised her hand if you have a question.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So is it only one topic for a week? Is it
No,
like only one recording for a week? Like that?
no. You let me explain you this a little bit more precise. All right. You will get
Okay.
some time, like we'll ask you to complete your 90 minutes in 4 days or 3 days or even 2 days or even 5 days. All right. In those 5 days, you have to make 90 minutes recording. Depending on how many topics you choose, that is completely your own choice. But once you're done with the 90-minute task, then you wait. All right. The task gets checked, it gets approved, or whatever the outcome is. When we get the chance to repeat you guys, because the company's requirements are always that every task should be done with a new voice. All right, so they can get different patterns for voice recognition machines. Basically, this data is going to be used to train the voice recognition machines. They learn from new voices, they learn from new patterns, that if a speaker is speaking something, what the machine has to interpret or what the machine has to make out of it. So but we because even you guys will be spending some times, and if your tasks are getting accepted, then we think that you should get another chance of making more tasks on this, so you guys can basically earn more for yourself. So repetition is not going to be very frequent right now, but later on we will definitely repeat you guys by either shuffling your partners or even keeping your partners same and telling you to make do another task. But this isn't going to be on daily basis.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Question now.
Yes, Iman.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, so basically, in a nutshell, we have to mask ourselves as US residents when speaking.
Yeah, because basically this project is designed for American natives, but the people who have really good accents, who can really talk in an American accent, are very welcome to work on this as well.
All right, perfect. And before we actually record our conversations, do you suggest that we have a little bit of background research about the topic?
Your audio is cutting a little bit, so you're gonna have to come again. Or if it's an internet issue, you can even type your question in the chat. Background research about the topics. Well, Iman, basically, you're going to be doing some natural conversation. If you want to do some research, that is totally your own choice. But like, for example, what I would do is, instead of spending a lot of time on doing research, I will choose the topics that I'm comfortable in talking. So I don't have to do a lot of research or think a lot for speaking out in my recordings. Like, for example, I chose this one, and I chose social media apps like this one. All right, because I know I can speak a lot on both of these topics, so I choose these topics. Now, I'm not a very, you can say, a fashion kind of a person, so I would never choose this topic. But if you're very good with fashion or makeup or painting or photography or plants or gardens, that is completely your own choice. It will save you a lot of time instead of doing a lot of research before talking on any topic.
I have another question.
Yeah.
How about like if I'm talking about something and my um, dialogues are longer than the person I'm talking with? Not like okay, but it will be longer. Then do we have to break it up, or do we have to like flow it in the conversation kind of way?
Well, the basic idea is to keep it like a natural conversation. Okay. For example, like you start explaining a point which is a bit longer, right?
Yeah,
And when your partner gets the chance to speak, they get a little less time to talk on that topic, right? That is what you mean.
yeah.
Okay, so try to keep the ratio of both the speakers maintained as much as possible. But if it deviates a little bit, it's not a very big problem. Like it shouldn't be, as I mentioned before, it shouldn't be like only you are talking and your partner is just saying right, yeah, okay. They should be
Mm,
participating in the recording.
okay. And what if accent slips? If our
Um,
accent slips,
that you have to you have to keep your accent.
to follow scripts.
Can I say
Okay.
something?
Yeah, sure.
Well, my name is Hamza, and you might be having my name as Johan Liebert. Well, I wanted to ask you told us that you'll be shuffling partners and you were telling us what to do next. Like, if you got it 30 minutes for the topic, let's
Yeah.
say I'm going with the video games, right?
All right.
And on the second term, you're asking us to do a video game again. So, will the company will be providing us different topics as well, like a research or something like that? Like we can go ahead and we can do our diligence on that topic and then we'll be able to do it.
Well, if you come to me and you ask me to talk on video games 10 times, all right, I will talk on video games 10 times and my conversation will be different every time. So it's not a very big problem if you choose video games one time and when we ask you to do another task with another partner or something, then you choose the video game topic again. It's not a very big concern because the company knows that we cannot force somebody to talk on workplaces if they don't know anything about it. We cannot force anybody to talk on astronomy if they don't know anything about it. If they know good on health, they can choose health. If they know good on education, they can choose this topic. So that is the main reason why we're not forcing anyone to choose topics on our choice. You can pick any topic which you like.
So let's say I'm picking like 3 or 4 topics
Yeah.
exactly. Like I
All
know
right.
about video games and stuff and like that. So what if you want us to go for another one? Like there needs to be ambiguity or diversity of topics. I would say that's how we do.
Yeah,
So what like
basically, that is
so-
exactly what I'm saying, that the company
yeah.
knows that the conversation can only be natural if the person knows what he's talking. So that's why they're not enforcing us to cover each and every topic and give equal number of recordings on all topics. We can even have all the pairs doing on video games, pets, and education and sports events. We can even have all the pairs doing recordings on food, car, celebrity, or internet. So that isn't a very big concern.
No, that's from me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right,
I
guys.
have a
And
question.
yes.
What about the remuneration process?
We're gonna give you the details on your individual groups because we don't we don't promote payments and remuneration discussions on meetings. We're gonna give you all the details on the groups that are made for you, and if you have any question regarding the payments or anything, you can always come to us.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. How many different topics can we touch on during 190 minutes recordings? Okay, Anza, we have a limit of 5 to 30 minutes for one topic. You can speak a minimum of 5 minutes on one topic, and you can speak maximum of 30 minutes on a topic. So you can even choose 9 topics and talk on all of them for 10 minutes. And you can even choose 3 topics and you can talk on them for 30 minutes. You can even choose 3 topics and talk on them for around 20 minutes each, and then choose another topic and talk on it for 30 minutes. All right, so this is totally up to you. You have a limit of 5 to 30 minutes per topic. You can cover your 90 minutes in as much topic as you want to speak on.
I have another question.
Yes.
How intelligent should our conversation be?
Hello, are we supposed to leave or not? So I can't hear anyone.
Did you turn on your computer audio when you were joining? Guys,
About the
everybody else can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
All right, I think
Yes, we
maybe
can.
it's some internet issue with her, so she's not able to listen to us. All right, so yeah, you were somebody was asking a question.
Yeah. About how intelligent should the conversation be?
I don't get your question. What do you mean by how intelligent should it be?
Like, should we make it complicated, detailed, or just fluff?
Mm, it should be just a regular conversation, 2 people talking about something. It shouldn't be very techy or very, you
I
can say,
Yeah, I mean, like, if we talk about history, and I just throw in some historical facts, which might be detailed.
all right.
But so how about that?
Um, if your partner can hear all the all the facts, then we don't have a problem with that.
Okay. And about the celebrity films or music topic, and can we drop celebrity names?
Yeah, you can. That is not a
Okay.
very big problem.
Okay.
Hi, sorry. I just have a question. While we record separately, like there will be a time where we'll be silent when another person is speaking. Will that
Yeah,
also be okay to be included in a recording? Like you
yeah,
told us to record separately, so
exactly.
there will be time we'll be silent.
Yeah, exactly. It can be silent because the company knows that when one person is speaking, the other person's recording will have silent part, and it's completely okay. You won't pause your recording. You won't stop your recording. You have to make a single recording for a topic in which, when you're speaking, it records the speech, and when your partner is speaking, it records silence.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And guys, one more thing. When you do this, first of all, when after this meeting, you guys have separate group for each pair, and that is made separately so things don't get very messed up. Because, for example, now if we see over here, we have Naida and Sana's group over here. So anything that has been posting over here is specific for Naida and Sana. So that is why we've made separate groups. All right. So go to your groups, communicate with your partners, and try to come up with a good topic on which both of you can speak. Set up a time and make your 10 minutes recordings. All right. And for one more thing, when you make this 10 minutes recording, please put Zoom on recording as well. You will send those Zoom recordings directly to us so we can be sure that there isn't anything missed out in the middle. All right, guys, any other question or any confusion that you'd like to ask? Or if you still have any question, you can even post it on your groups and we'll answer those over there as well.
We will get this document after the meeting, right?
Yeah, I'm sending this right away on all the groups that don't have this document right now.
All right. Okay.
So, all right, guys. So thank you so much for joining. I hope this meeting was helpful and wish you all best of luck for your recordings.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. Have a very
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Thank you. Have a splendid evening. Bye.